All right.
What's going on?
What's going on? All right. Got that message out. So, Grambling State Week. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of get into our thoughts on the game, but for those of you guys joining us, we do these shows every week as a preview before every game Friday night. So make sure you tap in for the next episode too. We'll have I guess not this week. We probably won't have a post game show, or maybe the next. I think next week we might, but previews for sure every week. So, um, yeah, if you guys want to just hear our thoughts about the game and whatnot, I mean, just come hang out. We try to schedule it strategically. Like obviously, there's an NFL game going on at 8 p.m. So we try to schedule it so we're not interrupting anyone else's thing. But come by and just give your thoughts on the game. We'll give ours, score predictions and whatnot. So without further ado, um, let's dive into the Grambling game. What are your initial thoughts?
Man, this just should be a get right game after last week. This should be a game where you let Julian Sane kind of air it out, kind of open up the offense for him a little bit. Should take care of business. There's really not much else to be said, man. It's everyone knows what's going to happen. It's kind of you don't want to overlook the team, but at the same time, you're kind of using this game to kind of work on some things. So I think both teams understand that, and I think this and next week are the two games you're going to kind of see this offense open up more for Sane.
hmm And I think that's the challenge of this week is trying to balance the offense, like opening up and really kind of showing what it's got, while also conserving your guys because it's Grambling and you're probably going to win by
Right.
70 points. So I think, I mean, how many drives does Julian get tomorrow? I mean, first team offense. I mean, it's hard to say because like you want him. I think the baseline is probably two, maybe three, probably three minimum drives that are end up result in touchdowns. Is probably what you want for the starters, just to be able to work Sand in and get Jeremiah his touches, just to see what we got. You know what I mean? But while also getting out clean. So that's the challenge for tomorrow, in my opinion.
Yeah, like you said, you want to open up this offense, but at the same time, you don't want to show too much because you want to save some of this stuff for late in the season. Like you might need this for like maybe like an Illinois or a Penn State, something like that. But yeah, so like opening up the offense, but also keeping it basic enough that you're not really giving anything away. I think it should be the good balance of what you'll see tomorrow. And as for how long Stan is going, I want him to get as many reps as possible. I know people want to see Lincoln, they want to see Taven, but in my opinion, I think it's a good thing to just get Stan as many reps as possible. And if you're up, 60-3, then maybe get Lincoln some reps or Taven some reps. Then I don't hate that either.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I think Julian will play in the second half, but I mean, like you said, I mean, yes, it's Grambling, but I mean, you got to get him his reps. So
Right.
it's going to be interesting to see how they play that tomorrow. But I mean, what do you? No, I was about to mention maybe Lincoln gets some reps with the first team offensive line. I just don't see that. I think obviously they're set on Julian, so I don't think they'd mess around with that. I think when Lincoln comes in and Tavian comes in, I think it'll be second and third team offensive linemen in there. So
Yeah,
that'll
because
be interesting to see.
you want to see some of those linemen from the second unit too, right? Like you want to see the
hmm
Armstrong twins, you want to see Padilla, you want to see like some of these guys, Ian Moore. You
I
want to
want
see
to
some
see
of these
Ethan
guys.
Aniawa. I want
Yeah,
to
him too.
see.
So yeah, you want to see some of these guys. So I think this may be a time to see some of these guys. You guys want to see Logan George on defense. I don't know. You see more Devin Sanchez, more of I don't know Bryce West, guys like that. I don't know. Some guys you want to see, but also just expect this a fun, easy game tomorrow. And don't have to stress too much. It'll be nice.
hmm Yeah, for sure. Gonna be fun. Trying to think if there's any more key points I want to talk about. There's no really matchups. I
The
know
only
there was one stat. I don't know if we're gonna have the same stat. They held Langston or whoever they played to like -20 or -30.
Yeah,
I don't even have the
32
is that
yards. Yeah.
yeah -32 rushing yards, and obviously that's sack adjusted and whatnot. It's college, but um, is that a concern?
It could be. Maybe if there's one thing you might worry about tomorrow, it's that they did play the run pretty well, and last week Ohio State didn't run the ball as well as they would have liked to. Granted, a lot of that was probably how good Texas' defensive front was. They're not going to see defensive front that good this week, but I think Ohio State's going to want to come out and establish the run tomorrow to kind of get that going. I think last week didn't really go how they wanted it to, so to be able to do that, but Grambling, like you said, did -32 rushing yards. I don't care who it's against. That's so impressive. So yeah, I mean that could definitely be something to watch for tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I could have mentioned. Like, that's all I saw from Grambling. I know they got they got a decent quarterback. He was pretty efficient against Langston, who they played last week. Forget his name. He's sort of a unique name, but um,
I'm not even gonna try to say his name.
no, yeah, I
Um,
don't. I heard someone say it, but I could not even. Yeah, I don't remember it.
C. Xavion Tisset.
To set, it's like to scent or to zent, but yeah,
Tisset. Yeah, yeah,
it'll be interesting. But as we saw, it'll be the battle of the bands. I think everyone saw Grambling
yeah.
State coach's comments, so
Good one.
it's really going to be. This is a payday for Grambling State, so and a practice for Ohio State. So and I think they deserve it. Everyone, I've seen comments like, "Oh, Ohio State gets to play FCS teams." Guys, our last 5 matchups have been against top 10 teams.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be a um, much deserved time off.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, if you got nothing else,
Oh, Kenyatta. Is he playing tomorrow? Do we know for a fact?
well, so they had stated earlier in the week he is ramping up to play this week, and that I usually take that as okay, he'll play the next week because that's just how they say it, and it's Grambling. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see him out there for one drive. It was just a concussion. They confirmed. Um, yeah, if anything, it's one drive. If anything, they'll hold him out. But I definitely see him coming back for the OU game in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I guess if it's like a concussion, it's not the end of the world. If it was like a tough, like a soft tissue injury, something like a calf or something like that, I probably would err on the side of caution and maybe not play him.
Yeah,
But if it's just a concussion, you want to get him back in there. I think that's fine. But yeah, that we should know tomorrow by about what 1:30 or so, based on
yeah.
the availability report. Maybe
About
even
two,
in the
3
morning.
hours before that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Pete Thamel will tweet it out or something. But yeah. So we'll have that for you guys, so you guys will know either way before the game.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's do. Everyone is still in here. Let's just drop comments down below. We're gonna give our score predictions, give yours as well, and then follow it up with a question you guys want us to talk about, a comment or whatever, and then we'll talk about it. So I guess if you want to open it up, do the honors.
I cannot see comments, so it's all you.
Okay. I'll start with my score prediction. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 60. I'm gonna go 59 to nothing. I don't think they get a point.
Nothing. Okay.
I don't think they get a point, unfortunately. But
I don't know if people saw FanDuel had a spread for 55.5.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do I think they cover that? I don't think they do. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give them a touchdown. I'm gonna say 59-7.
Okay. Wow. When does that touchdown come? Is that garbage time or is that like
That's like the
is
second
that
or
like
third team.
Youngstown State like two
That's the
years ago
fourth
when they
quarter.
okay, because
Fourth
yeah, I
quarter. Yeah.
remember the world was on fire when Youngstown State scored on their opening drive 2 years ago in the shoe.
It's
And
it's funny because I was looking at the last time we played FCS squad and it was that Youngstown State game and I'm like, man,
yep.
35-14 in that game is crazy. That just shows the
Yeah.
offense was just
And that
there
was
was
that was breaking in Kyle McCord
yeah.
still as
So
well. So we all know
I
how
think
that
we'll
went.
score more points than that tomorrow. There's more firepower than that offense, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It's really just it's just about how aggressive and conservative play calling if there is any. But um, yeah, so we'll check out these comments. We got a 72-3 prediction.
Dude.
Wow, and
The
then
FAMU a couple years, maybe this was a long time ago. They run like dropped 77 or so,
yeah, uh-huh.
something like
They
that.
that was 29 or no, that was
Some bit ago.
2012.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah,
that's the first thing that pops in my head when I think of FCS schools that we played in the past.
yeah, they played
20
FAMU in 2012, and then I'm thinking of FAU in 2019. I think we had like 70 on them or that was Miami, Ohio. I don't remember anyway, but
76-0 in 2013. Kenny
yeah,
Guyton threw for 6 touchdowns in that game.
yep, I do remember that because that was tied with Stroud for the record in a single
Yeah.
game, yeah, mhm.
Just great.
And Haskins, but yeah. So yeah, I don't think it'll get that ugly. Just the nature of college football has changed a little bit. There's no running. There's no stoppage on first downs unless it's
Yeah,
in
true.
2 minutes. So you're not be able to run as much plays and whatnot. So yeah, I mean,
Very true.
I would be surprised if they broke 60. I really would. So
Yeah.
I got another prediction here: 55-14. Wow, I think Columbus would burn down if
14.
they scored 14 points.
Depends when it comes, I guess. Because he's the third team in the fourth quarter, I don't think anybody's really going to care that much. There might be some people that do, but
I think someone's corrected you on your pronunciation of FAMU. So
is it
I think
FAMU? FAMU.
Yeah,
I've always called him
FAMU,
FAMU. I've always
Florida
called him
A&M.
FAMU. I've always called him FAMU. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a name difference. All right. We got a few more score predictions. All right, so we got a question here from R. Pruitt 922. Will they cut Saiyan loose? Yeah, we talked about this. I mean, it's really, I think they want to establish a run like you said, but I mean, are they really going to put that much on film and really like cut him loose? I mean, you know what I mean? Like you can cut him loose, but I just don't know how like complicated and complex their offensive formations and schemes are going to be tomorrow, really. So it kind of depends on your definition of loose, you know?
Yeah, because I think, like I said too, I think they want to kind of run the ball tomorrow because they couldn't really do it last week. So I think it's gonna be a good combination. So I think you'll kind of see like maybe saying there's out a couple times, but maybe some basic concepts like nothing too crazy, something like you would see every day on Saturdays. So yeah, I think that they'll cut him loose more than last week for sure. But even they admitted that he had to come on up here soon. He even said he thought he could handle it. So yeah, he'll definitely open up more this week. But at the same time, I think they kind of want to run the ball tomorrow too. So I think they need to
Hmm.
get that going as well, even if it is against Grambling. So
Yeah, it's like seeing the ball go through the net in basketball. You just got to
yeah,
see it. You just got to
yeah,
have it
yeah, yeah,
happen.
yeah, for
So.
sure.
All right, we got a comment here. This is a little interesting, kind of. I mean, not off topic, but Jermaine Matthews is better than Denzel Burke. Your thoughts on that?
I said that last year. So anyone that's watched these last year knows how much I like Jermaine Matthews. So you're not going to hear any argument from that from me. I think it even called last year for Denzel Burke to be benched after that Oregon game for Jermaine. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think that's crazy. Jermaine's probably the best corner on this roster right now. I don't really think that's
Mm.
much of a debate either.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, after last week too, I mean, they barely threw Igbenogsen's way. I mean, you're still going to have. I mean, I don't like to compare them. I mean, I think they're pretty even, Igbenogsen and
Yeah.
Matthews. But as far as comparing Burke and Matthews, Matthews just kind of has that extra motor. You know what I mean? Like you got to have that kind of demeanor as a corner and a DB. I mean, Burke had that, and he would come up and hit you and whatnot. But as far as coverage, I mean, yeah, I agree totally. Jermaine Matthews is
Yeah.
definitely an upgrade from Denzel Burke. That's something on Denzel Burke. He was solid. I mean, he was great. I mean, obviously he had his times where it did not look good, like the Oregon game. I think he had a little sophomore slump at his career, but I mean, yeah, Matthews is just he's talented, and I would definitely not argue with that take at all. So,
Nope. No arguments for me.
all right, keep dropping your questions. We still got more. Smith is gonna want to pad his stats. I mean, I could see that happening. I mean, I think they get him a touchdown for sure. You know, like I'll repeat it again. It's like just seeing the ball go through the net in basketball. You just got to see it happen. Just feel it again. I mean, obviously, everyone says he had an off day against Texas. What did he have? I mean, he had like 6 catches for like 40 yards. I mean, that might be an off day for Jeremiah Smith, but like, um, yeah, he's gonna want to get some stats probably. I think they'll get him a touchdown at least. I mean, do you really force feed him the ball? I don't think you do.
You have to
Um,
no.
no, and especially you just don't want to risk injury. I mean, it's Grambling State, but yes, I do think they try to get him a touchdown, probably just right away, get it over with on the first drive. You know?
You think they kind of want to get those drops like away. I'm sure he's like kind of still thinking about that in the back of his head at the same time. So I think he kind of just
Yeah,
want to put that in the past too. So yeah, I think they'll definitely go to him early tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, I could see like a 6 play, like 75-yard drive with like 50 rushing yards and then like a 20-yard pass to Jeremiah just to top it off at the end. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can't script games, but you kind of can in games like this. So, um, I could see that happening just so it happens.
sure.
All right, back to the running back room. Who do y'all think is going to be the 1A back? Now, let me rephrase this question. Do you think it's a 1A 1B backfield, or do you think it's just a 1-2 backfield?
Right now it seems like 1-2. It seems like Donaldson's that one right now, and um, could that change? Sure. Maybe they kind of wanted Donaldson's bigger body for last week in terms of like some of those bigger guys inside. Thought they he could handle that a little more. You could see that change with Peoples this week, but I thought Donaldson ran a little bit better than Peoples last week. I thought Peoples kind of missed some holes, which is fine. I mean, he just needs the reps. Really, he's a young guy still. People, I mean, he's what 19 years old, so Donaldson has the experience. I think you'll see Donaldson more as the one, and then Peoples as the two, but that could change if Peoples gets more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as a one. I see it as a 1A 1B right now. I think you just saw more Donaldson last week, like you said, bigger guys in there. Just maybe they trusted him more. He's more of a veteran. He's been in these kind of games, even though he's been at West Virginia. I think it's a 1A, 1B. Um, I think because you saw games last year with Quinshawn and Travion in the backfield. Some guys were getting more carries than others. Some had better games than others. It really depended. So, yeah, I would say the 1A back for tomorrow. If you're asking, I'm gonna go Donaldson still. I
Yeah,
think they'll stick with him. But yeah, that is a good question to see how that plays out. I think we're gonna see a lot of Bo Jackson tomorrow too, which I'm excited to see.
yeah. And these things can change over the season too. Running backs are very, they maybe they run people's more to the simple fact that they want to conserve Donaldson a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, these things can change over the season. You kind of just running backs is kind of a position I feel like you kind of just ride the hot hand. I think that's kind of what it feels like at times with running backs. So
hmm that's for sure. Uh, Here's another good one. But early, but odds we see Caleb in New York in December um, as a Heisman candidate. I think it's pretty good odds. I mean, obviously he's probably the best odds of any defensive player in the country. It's hard to go to New York in general as a defensive player.
yeah,
We saw Chase Young do it. I feel like we've had a couple in the past few years, but I'm just trying to think. Am I missing anyone? I think Hutchinson went in 2021 from Michigan.
if you count Travis Hunter, I don't know.
Travis Hunter, yes.
Kind
Yep.
of
Um,
unique situation though.
hmm No, yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, he definitely has the better chance than anyone in the country if he just keeps doing what he's doing. I mean, I think he had a decent amount of tackles. You just got to. I don't even think he has to put up stats. You just got to just put on highlight tape. So I could see it. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, my only
hmm
concern with that is like it's kind. I feel like Heisman's kind of like a stat-driven award, and like I
hmm
don't know how much offenses are going to want to throw at him, so I don't know like necessarily what his interception counts will look like by the end of the year. He'll definitely get one or two, maybe. Um, but like guys just aren't. I mean, Texas didn't throw at him last week. I mean, if they didn't, they really just don't want to throw at him. They're kind of just wherever they say whatever side two is on, they're throwing the other way because they just don't want to test it. So yeah, I mean, I guess if like people that watch the games, like people should that vote for these things, then they would see that he's the best player in the country. But a lot of the times it is a stat-driven award. So I think talent-wise, for sure, he is. I mean, in my opinion, the best player in the country. But in terms of
hmm
like the does he have the stats to be there? I don't know. I guess we'll see, and how much more can they get him involved in the defense, like up in the box and things like that.
Because that's a good point. Because Hutchinson, I mean, he had so many sacks that year. I mean, Chase Young had like what 19 that year,
Yeah,
like
nuts.
some stupid like that. So yeah, it is a stat-driven award, but um, I think he has a good chance at anyone, especially on defense. So good
Yeah.
question. I've got more coming up. Just keep spamming you guys' questions. Do y'all think Matt Patricia can keep up this scheme throughout the year? I'll let you start on that.
In terms of like Crowden, yeah, I think so. I mean, it gave them fits last week. It's gonna kind of be a matchup based thing, right? Because I think Texas really wanted to try to run the ball last week, and they try to take that away, kind of force Arch to throw. But maybe like a team like Penn State, they may want to throw the ball around with Aller. Maybe their backs or whatever. They've good backs too, but it kind of is going to be a matchup thing, in my opinion. I think they'll try to, but at the same time, I think it's going to be a week by week thing, and however their offense is kind of shaped, I guess.
I think people underestimate the power of having an NFL defensive coordinator. I mean, that's the highest
Yeah.
level of football, like in ever. So having that and putting it on these young college guys, it just makes it makes their brain like mush. Like they really have no idea what's going on. So to answer your question, I think yeah, you can do it. It's just a matter of putting his guys where he needs. Like you saw him putting Arvell Reese all over the field. You saw all these different packages up front, in the front D line and linebackers, and then the corners just have to keep covering as they were. Like we talked about, repeated coverage is just great. So all these schemes, I think he can keep it up. It's just it's about like you said, matchups and just game to game. So I'm really not too worried about it, but I think he can definitely keep it up.
Yeah.
Um, all right, still got some people in here. Guys, keep spamming your questions. We'll be live as long as y'all are in here. Let me see. There was a question back here. He's commenting about that. Julian's saying comment won't have to cut loose. Guys will be open. They will take the available shots. And I mean, that's a good point. You're not, like I said, you're not going to have to scheme up insane amounts tomorrow. I mean, you're just going to win purely based off talent. There's no scheme really involved tomorrow. So to cut them loose, once again, it depends on your definition. Um, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it'll just kind of be like they're not going to force anything that's not there. So yeah, if they're gonna double Jeremiah Smith and maybe triples take him away, then who's the Cornell Tate? They're not going to just force feed him the ball. Like I think it depends. So
Early score prediction for the Penn State game. So this is down the road. I mean, Penn State played Nevada last week. I don't remember the score of that game. You can't really base it off of one game sample size, but it's in the shoe. It's a blackout. We don't know if it's going to be at night. You hope it's at night because it's a blackout. Then again, we know what Fox likes to do. They like to come in and take that game. I think they've had it for the past 10 years, maybe. I don't even know. So, um, I think it would be another low scoring game. So it's very similar to the Texas game. I would say somewhere in the ballpark of 24-20 Ohio. I think by that point, Julian Sainz evolved a lot. Ohio State's offense has evolved a lot. And I think they put up, I don't even know if they get to 20. I'd go like 24-17. That's just, I mean, that's just all I got right now based off of a small sample size, obviously. So
yeah, I would say something like 2017, something like that. I think it'd be a low scoring defensive game. It is hard to predict right now. It could be injuries, could be things that play out like not how we expect to. But yeah, right now I'd say like 2017. I think it'd be a low scoring defensive battle. Probably a lot of running the football, in my opinion.
hmm yeah. Okay, we got two more questions here. These are some good ones. Against St. Clair tomorrow, yes, 100%. I think you will guarantee to get Tavian St. Clair tomorrow. In my opinion, I think they're going to give him at least one drive, minimum two, or minimum one, max two. I don't know, because you want to get Lincoln a lot of time too, because God forbid Julian Sang goes down, Lincoln's going to need those reps
Yeah.
against Grambling. So I do think you see him tomorrow because I really don't know where else you would see him throughout the season. I mean, obviously maybe next week against OU and maybe like a trash Big Ten opponent. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll see him tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is important to remember that Keynote doesn't really have a whole lot of
hmm
experience. People, I know he's about a junior now, so people take him for this guy that's experience, been there. He really hasn't got a whole lot of reps, so I think they're gonna want to get him some reps tomorrow. In terms of if you see Taven, best game you're
Cutting
gonna
out.
have. Best. Sorry, am I good now?
Yeah, you're cutting out just for a minute. You're good.
Okay. Okay. This game is the best chance you'll have to see Taven. I think he will, but I think they also want to get Lincoln snaps, like you said, because I just think he doesn't have the experience that people think he does.
hmm Yeah, no, I mean, really all Lincoln's experience is literally Cotton Bowl 2023. That's, yeah, I mean, am I
Yeah.
missing any games? I mean, there might have been a few back. I mean,
I have
I
to
guess you
look.
saw him a little bit last year, but it's really all it is.
Yeah,
So,
3 games last year, or
yeah.
sorry, 2 games last year.
hmm So I think they're going to focus on getting him some reps too, and I think he's earned it. Obviously, he pushed Julian for the starting spot, so they're going to get his time for sure. But you will see Tavian, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so. I think this and next week are the two best chances to ever see Taven.
Yeah,
Maybe some Big Ten games, but those are hard to predict. That so.
yeah, those could go anyway, as we know. All right, let's finish it kind of off topic here. Oklahoma versus Michigan score prediction. Game of the week
Ooh.
in Norman, Oklahoma, 7:30 tomorrow night. How do you see this one playing out?
Man, it's interesting because I know Oklahoma wants to run the ball, but they really struggled to run the ball last week against Illinois State. I think I saw, I don't remember how many yards they had. They didn't run the ball. I think they had 2.3 a carry or something crazy against Illinois State.
hmm
So, I mean, they're gonna either have to air it out, which is not what they want to do, or they're gonna have to figure out how to run the ball against Michigan's defensive front, which I don't know if they can do. I think it'll be a low scoring game. Bryce Underwood, this is gonna be his first start, first true start in the road environment. So, I think I'm going to go 19-17 Oklahoma, but this could be really ugly game in my opinion.
I agree with you. I think we're about to see what John Mateer is made of. He's played against a lot. I mean, he's put up numbers, he's put up flashy highlights and all this stuff, but he really has not played anyone of this caliber in his whole
Yeah.
career, actually. So we're about to see what he's made of. I think the home field advantage helps. and I got to stop with these Michigan takes, man. But I'm going Michigan. I'm taking Michigan 20-17. Like you said, it's gonna be just gross game. I think
Yeah,
they go in there and get
so
the win. And anytime some people will say, "Oh, it's good for time," no, it's not. Anytime Michigan wins a game, it's a terrible day. And people say, "Oh, it's good for the Big Ten." No, no, anytime Michigan wins, it's terrible for the day. It's just horrible. So I also predicted Ohio State to lose to Michigan. For those of you who know, but I got to stop with these Michigan takes. But I've just got a feeling about tomorrow. I think Michigan goes in there and gets it done. So that's my take on that.
yeah, it's gonna be an ugly game in my opinion. I really think so. I think it might rain tomorrow too. I
Hmm.
think I could be
Hmm.
wrong on that, but I think it might there. But yeah, I think it's gonna be an ugly game. That's honestly, I think it's gonna play into Michigan's hands, but I just think that environment's gonna be too much for Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, yeah. I could see that happen. I could see him crumbling. But then again, from what we saw last week, he did look really good. Um, but man, I have a weird feeling. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So anyway, that'll pretty much wrap it up. We've got too many people left in here, but we will be posting this up on YouTube. You who are coming in on the YouTube channel, just however it's in our bio. We post all of our pregame, postgame shows over there and whatnot. But yeah, we'll be keeping you guys updated tomorrow for the game. So we got injury reports. Obviously, we'll have scores and whatnot, and it happens during the game, which there will be a lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. So 100% got you guys. So you got anything else before we head out?
No, man, it should be a fun game. Hopefully, they let you kind of see more Julian Sane tomorrow. I'm really high on Sane, so I think some more people kind of see that tomorrow. I know that there's been some doubt even after last week, so I'm excited to see Sane a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think
Yeah,
you're gonna see a lot of guys tomorrow, the backups for
yeah,
sure. So it'll be fun to see anyway. But nice stress free Saturday for sure. So we'll head out here. We appreciate you guys joining in,
yeah.
and we will be posting all day tomorrow. So we will see you guys next time.